Warning. The following presentation may contain scenes of graphic violence and mature content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Alright, listen up. This here is Dinn. He's not much for small talk, especially with folks that he doesn't know, so if he comes off quiet, please don't take it personal. Once you get past the silence, you'll find he's a really solid kid, loyal to a fault, and one of the toughest fighters you'll ever meet. So don't hold back when you spar with him. He'll respect you more for it. Oh, and one last thing. Keep an eye on him. If he slips out of your sight, I'll be buried under so much paperwork that I won't see daylight for a week.
Ah, hello. Name's Shizuku Seimei, the Seimei clan. I was raised on the edge of the hidden mist, where fog clings to memory like it does the trees. I walk the path of the Shinobi, not for glory or power, but to protect the people that I care about, and maybe uncover some hidden truths. If you need my help, I'll do what I can, because even in a world like ours, I believe kindness still matters.
Hey, name's Koji Kuroshi. I come from a clan that's been marked by shadows. Cursed, they say. We were twisted by the ambitions of those in power. Puppets in a game we never agreed to play. But I'm done watching from the sidelines. I want to tear down the corrupt ideals that poison both our clan and the world beyond it. More than anything, I want my people to know peace, to be free from the weight of our bloodline, to live like anyone else, with dignity, with beauty, with choice. That's why I fight. Not for vengeance. Well, maybe a little, but for something better.
Hi, I'm Verdigres Hanazawa. At least that's the name I go by now. I come from a clan that could see the past with a single touch, a gift that got us killed. I survived, barely, and I carry those memories with me every day. I didn't choose this path, but I walk it now, not just to live, but to remember, to protect what's left, and maybe to find what I lost.
Hi there, I'm Serged Spinner. I come from the Spinjitzu clan in the Hidden Mist. In my clan, we believe that every thread has a purpose and even a scarf can change the world. I'm a ninja, a tailor, and a bit of a dreamer, I guess. People say I'm too soft for this life, but I think strength isn't about hitting hard. It's about holding on to your friends, to your kindness, and to the things that make you feel warm even when the world gets cold. So if you need a cloak, a comrade, or someone who listens, I'm your guy. I stitch with purpose, I fight with heart, and I never, ever give up on the ones I love.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Feel low, you can still go. Go, go, slow, you can still go. Go, there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Matt,
Let's do it.
last thing you remember from last session is you kind of fade into black. Though you can still hear things. Like you hear the sobbing of your brother as he's trying to kind of choke on the tears. And your hearing eventually kind of fades away. And you eventually don't hear things. And then all of a sudden you hear the voice of saying, "Why are you crying, Shizu?" And you open your eyes, and there you see a younger version of your brother as you are sitting underneath a tree, and he's leaning over, kind of just looking down at you.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm fine.
You sure? What, you went?
Yeah.
I thought you went to go get water. Now here I find you sleeping and crying. So
Oh,
just wanna check on
I
you.
just took a nap. Tired eyes.
It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. Why are you taking a nap this early on? This is what training is for. Come on, you want to be the Mizukage one day, right? That's like your whole goal, and yet here you are sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, training, right? Yeah, let's do it.
Shizu, I don't expect you to, do all this and be the greatest that, Grandpa wants us both to be, but you gotta at least try a little bit, because this world is very cruel. So you gotta just, put some effort into it, right? And he's gonna reach out his hand to help you up.
And I take it and he helps me up.
All right. He then kind of drags you out into the open field and takes out a couple of kunais, and he says, "All right, you ready to practice the substitution jutsu?"
Yes.
All right. He throws a kunai directly at you.
Pause 1 second. One
Yeah.
second. Out of universe. The only skill that I practice with Ray canonically now is substitution, and that's why Shizuku uses it so much.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Do I have to roll for substitution?
Yes, you do, to see if you get it or not.
All right, let's go. 19.
Yeah,
Boom.
he throws this kunai at you, and right as it's about to hit you, the blunt end of this blade, because of course he's not going to throw a sharp one at you, you weave the hand signs, and the smoke cloud creates. You put down a wooden dummy, and you zip out of the way, and the kunai hits the dummy, and then falls straight to the ground. And
Can I
Ray
throw
starts.
can I throw a adult kunai back at him if I
Yeah,
have one?
sure. Yeah,
Okay.
roll it.
Okay. It's dexterity, right?
Huh?
It's a dex throw?
Yeah.
All right, 19 again.
Yeah, that does hit. But you throw a kunai right back at him. He was a couple of hand signs, and then all of a sudden the log poofs, and there's a log standing right there. And your brother puts an arm on your shoulder, goes, "That was a nice try. That was a pretty solid attempt right there."
Thanks. You always got to follow through.
The next step is being able to hide yourself so you're not just standing out in the middle of the open area.
Yeah. Yes, Ray.
He's gonna kind of look at his watch and realize that it's almost time to head home. And he's gonna kind of look at you and go, "All right, do you want to head home early now and wrap up training, because that was a good last one to end on, or do you want to do a few more?"
No, we can let's head on home.
Okay.
I really want to read that new book that I got.
Okay, yeah, sure. And he's gonna put his hands in his pockets, and he's gonna start walking ahead of you, just expecting you to follow him.
And I follow him.
Yeah. You guys go, and you have a nice little quiet walk back home. And eventually, you guys enter the Seimei estate. And that's not supposed to be it. You guys walk on in, and you just hear crying coming from the main room. You guys walk in, and you see that Emiko is currently crying as Takashi is nodding his head very proudly to Ryunosuke, who kind of turns around and looks at both you and Ray. He's gonna walk over and squat down in front of you, Shizuku, and he's just gonna put his hand on your head and start messing up your hair.
Hi, Uncle.
How you doing, Shizuku? It's really good to see you. I've heard that you actually were able to activate the Seimegon.
Yeah, I did a couple weeks ago.
That is very good news. You're the only one in the clan who's been able to activate it in quite a few years. I think the last person was your mother, correct?
Really?
I believe so. But it's been quite a while since we've last had a good heir to the clan and somebody to actually properly lead. And I think that it's about time you take up that role in our clan, or at least start to, because you are still young. I'm not going to expect you to lead at 10 years old. Can you roll a perception check real quick?
Am I using current Shizuku's perception, or am I using a different number?
Use it without any of your class modifier. So just like your wisdom check. So D20 plus wisdom.
Sad. That's fine too. It's still a 4. 14.
14. You kind of look around the room to get a general look, and Takashi is kind of like nodding his head up and down. Emiko is very visibly upset, and Ray is you look over to Ray, and his eyes are wide open as he's staring daggers into your uncle. He looks very visibly pissed. Your uncle's gonna reach out his hand to you and go, I think it's about time you unlocked the true power of the Seimei. And he's gonna reach your hand out as a kind of gesture to take his hand and follow him.
I'm gonna slowly reach up and take his hand.
He stands up and very gently starts leading you down the hallway as he gestures for the rest of your clan to come, including Rei and Kaide, who is kind of sitting in the corner of the room in her brand new Ombu mask. And you guys go head down the corridor and you go to a locked room that's at the end of the hallway. You've never actually been to the bottom of where this room is or anything like that. You were never allowed in here. And Ryunosuke is going to look at you and go, are you ready to become the most powerful member of the Seimei clan to ever exist?
Yeah, I guess.
He's gonna take a key from his belt line and put it up to the door, unlocking the door. You guys then go down the very many stairs into the very dark and cold dungeon, essentially. It's like an old catacomb where it's filled with the old members of the Seimei clans, like the heads of the Seimei clan. This is a historical site, and which every single head of the Seimei clan is buried here down this very long hallway. He leads you all the way to the end of the hallway. Right about the hallway's about like halfway filled with tombstones. And there's two that seem to be set in place as of right now that have yet been filled. One of them is for Takeshi. The other one, or Takashi. The other one is for you, as your name is currently written there. Ryunosuke is going to look at you and go, since you are the head of the plan, we have this here for you for when you eventually pass away, hopefully when you are very old. And, you know, because don't worry, I'm not going to be putting you in this today. But
Please don't.
it is time for you to unlock the true potential of the Seimei clan. And he's going to lead you all the way to a chair at the very end of the hallway.
So, like, this power is gonna help me protect the people that I love, right?
Yes, this is exactly what it's for. It is a very strong power that has been in the clan for a couple of decades now. It's been almost 90 years, and we have been waiting for somebody of your potential to properly pass this down along to. It was a gift, and we definitely think that you are suited for it. And he is going to gesture for you to sit down on the chair.
Just okay. And I sit in the chair.
You sit on the chair, and he weaves a couple of hand signs, and seals that were on the floor start going all the way up, crawling up and down around your body, and you are currently restrained against the chair.
This ain't gonna hurt, is it?
Ryunosuke is going to shake his head and go, no, once this is done, you're going to feel better than ever. He then brings out a orange teapot of what it looks like to you, and he puts it down in front of you. He backs up a couple of steps to like the outer cord of the door where the rest of your family is currently watching. Your grandma is currently trying to like wrestle her way forward, but Kaide is currently holding her back, stopping her from moving forward. And Rei is kind of just shocked, staring, looking at over at Ryunosuke. And you can't exactly hear the words that he is saying, but you get the gist that he seems very urgently like trying to stop this. And your uncle is just being like, no. And your grandpa is looking off, and he has like the biggest smile in the world as he's very proud of what you are doing right now. But Ryunosuke then he goes straight up in front of the pot, looks over at you, and starts weaving hand signs as he starts chanting as well. You notice that orange chakra starts coming out from the lid of the teapot and kind of like moves up like a snake, like an Arabian flute player is able to like make the snake dance, and then the chakra starts shooting directly into your stomach, causing various forms of discomfort.
He's gonna try to bear the pain that's happening.
This event kind of lasts for 3 hours as he holds this position and your family kind of watches on. And slowly, the restraint marks that are holding you down to the chair start circling. One set of it goes up to your neck and starts forming around your neck into kind of like a dragon symbol. And then another form goes around your stomach and starts forming into like a spiral loop. And they eventually set and start burning red hot.
Yeah, he's just gonna pass out from the pain.
You pass out, but you're like kind of in like a coma almost, in which you can't see anything currently, but you can hear things. And you can hear things a lot more clearly right now, as Ray is currently yelling at your uncle, pretty much demanding that he's going to pay and that Ray is going to one day kill him for this. Your uncle kind of just shakes it off and then goes and picks you up and brings you upstairs to your bed. Your grandma is currently on her knees sobbing, and your grandpa walks over to her, puts his hand on her shoulder, reassuring her that everything is going to be okay as this happens. You then kind of black out and you fall asleep and go into this kind of dream state from the rest of the pain. Eventually, you do end up waking up in your bed about a day later after a day's rest. And you wake up to Takeshi currently sitting on your bedside as you are waking up.
Grandpa?
Shizuku, you're finally awake. It's good to see you. You hungry? Thirsty? Can I get you anything?
Yeah, I guess I could eat.
Good. He's gonna stand up and he's gonna start running down the stairs to go get you some food, get you something to eat and drink. Eventually, you hear a knock on the door.
I'm gonna open the door.
Yeah, you open the door and there is Ray standing right out in front of you, right into your room. He's gonna walk over and he's gonna grab you by the shoulders and go, "Are you okay? You hurt? Anything like that?"
No, I'm fine. Just a little hungry, I guess.
Oh my God. Look, you cannot trust our uncle. He does not have your best intention in mind. He is not a good person that you may think he is. I don't know why he did that, especially without telling anyone in our clan, without getting anyone's approval. He just went out on a limb and did that. Look, no matter what he tries to tell you in the future, you are your own person. You do not have to follow what he says. And as he is kind of talking to you, your grandpa walks in with a tray of food and water, and he's going to look over at Ray and just start yelling at him, telling Ray to get the hell out of the room. Ray kind of very reluctantly listens as he kind of starts like sulking out of the room. He turns it back around to look at you one more time and she goes, "Remember what I told you." And then he walks out the door.
Oh, Grandpa, don't yell at Ray. He was just making sure that I was okay.
That boy is trying to put ideas in your head that is going to destroy this clan one day. And he's going to set down the thing on your table and go, look, lay down, rest. You need it. All right, we're going to be starting your new training regiment very early on in the morning. Tomorrow.
Yeah, with Ray's gonna be there too, right?
No, I'm going to be taking over your training from here on out. I'm going to make sure you turn into a strong shinobi.
Okay. Thank you, Grandpa.
And
you could like kind of tell she was like a little upset.
He's going to put a hand on your shoulder and he's going to say, look, I know you enjoy training with your brother, but your brother is very jealous right now because he was hoping that he would be the one to activate the eyes and become head of the clan. And he did not become that. So he is just trying to taking out his anger on anyone. You should not listen to him as of right now. He is going to try and undermine you and your power, which is why I'm taking over your training, and I'm going to ask that you stop training with him for now.
Okay, I guess giving some distance might be good then.
He's gonna nod his head at you. Good that you understand. And he's going to pat you on the shoulder one more time and go, well, rest up. Very good. We're gonna have you up in training tomorrow. And he's going to stand up and walk out of the room and close the door behind him, leaving you with some food and a book stationed right next to your nightstand.
As soon as he leaves and closes the door, I'm going to attempt to sneak out my window to try to find Ray, and apologize for being the next head.
Can you roll stealth?
Yeah. 13. I ain't making it far.
The moment you open the window, an alarm starts blaring in your room.
Ah!
And
What?
both Takeshi and Uncle Ryunosuke kind of run on in, and with weapons drawn, as they see you with 1 foot out the window, and they just sigh with relief and go, "You can't be doing that."
I was just opening the window to get some air.
And then why is
There's
your foot
nothing here.
outside?
I tripped?
They're going to walk over to you and like put their hands on your shoulder and go, "Sit down, rest. Look, we are going to put you on bed duty today so that we can make sure you're all good for training tomorrow. If you ever need anything, all you have to do is call out and we'll be right there to help you. So you don't have to worry about getting up and opening the window or anything like that."
Okay.
Ryunosuke is going to very angrily walk out as Takeshi kind of looks at you with a very proud smile, and he goes, "Don't worry, we're going to be taking very good care of you." And then he's going to walk out as well.
All right. I guess this is my life now. Then I'm going to sit back in my bed, eat, and read my book.
You eventually kind of get very tired, and your eyes get very, very shaky, and then you eventually fall asleep with your book resting on your chest. But you wake up the next morning, and the book that was laid down on your chest is on the nightstand, folded with a little bookmark in place of where you last left off. And instead, laying down on your chest is a note, which on it says Shizuku.
Weird. And then I open the note and read it.
You open up the note and you say, "Shizuku, I do not know what our grandparents have told you, what Uncle Ryunosuke has tried to put ideas in your head, but I am not your enemy here. They are. The village has been going through a lot of very dangerous changes recently, and I have been exposed to all of them, and this was my last straw. I cannot sit idly by and watch as they try to take over the entire world and manipulate my own family members and put them in danger for their own political gain. I am done with this system, and I need you to understand that everything I'm about to do is for your best interest. Do not share this note with anyone, hide it away and or burn it. I love you more than the world. Ray."
Shizuku's going to kind of just sit with the note in his hand, dumbfounded a little bit. And then he's going to start crying a little bit.
You start crying, and there's a knock on the door.
I immediately crumple the note so it's in my hand, and I say, "Oh, come in." And I kind of wipe the tears quickly.
Your sister runs inside, seeing that you're crying, and looks around the room and asks, "Have you seen Ray anywhere?"
No.
She's gonna kind of check underneath your bed and like in your closet, and she's gonna yell down the stairs, "He's not here!" And kind of look back at you and goes, "Ray's missing."
He is?
Yeah,
That's not good.
he didn't show up to school. He didn't show up for anything. We're all very nervous about him. You sure he didn't like try to leave you a message or anything like that?
I get up and I close the door.
You do what? How
I
you get
close
up
the
to
door and close the door.
Um,
I don't think he wants to be found, to be honest. But he did leave me this. And I'm going to hand her the crumpled note.
Kaide is going to take the note and try to, read and decipher what it's saying through the thing. And then she's going to put the note down on the bed and weave a couple hand signs on it. And she's going to say the words reveal. And then as she does that, the words kind of rearrange all over the note. And there are, instead of the paragraph that was there, there's simply one sentence, which says Uncle Ryunosuke can't be trusted. And then she's going to kind of look at the note and she's going to look back at you and goes, okay, crap. And she's going to start like kind of pacing around the room.
Why would he leave?
I don't know. He must have found out something. He was supposed to tell me before he left. Instead, he told you. She's gonna kind of walk over to you and put both her hands on your shoulder and goes, I don't know what he's doing or where he is, but it is very clear that he gave you this for your best warning. He knows that if he took you along, he would be found very quickly. They don't care very much about him, but they care about you, which is why he did not take you. He loves you very much, and he did not abandon you for no reason. I want you to know that. And she's going to start walking out the door, and she's going to stop and turn around, and she's going to say, do you have a place to put that where neither Grandma, Grandpa, or Uncle Ryunosuke will look for it?
Yeah, I can hide it somewhere. But can you help me find him? I just want to make sure he's okay.
She's gonna nod her head and say, I will help you out, but we're gonna have to give him a little bit, because if we start looking now and Uncle Ryunosuke finds out that we're looking, we might be in big trouble as well. And she's going to take a step out, and she's gonna run downstairs, and you hear her yell, yeah, I didn't find anything upstairs. Shizuku was just sleeping. And kind of the voice fades away.
I'm gonna put the note in my pocket until I can go to the workshop that only me and Ray went into, and no one else goes in there. And then I'm going to hide it in the workshop in one of the secret compartments that we built.
You put that note in the workshop, and you make sure to hold on to it. But now you kind of go for a couple of months after this, and you're training with your grandpa Takashi, and he's very much trying to make sure that you are doing a lot more physical training than you did with Ray. Ray was very much more trying to make sure that your intellectual mind is developed. He is focusing on your kunai abilities, your hand-to-hand combat, and all those other kind of areas. And he kind of works with you quite a lot on that. And then every now and then, Uncle Ryunosuke comes in and also helps you out with your chakra control training. And eventually, Uncle Ryunosuke, he walks on up to you, and he kind of looks you dead in the eyes and goes, all right, Shizuku, I believe it is time for you to join the Ninja Academy that we have going. We have a lot of great teachers there, and it is time that you take your place in this family as a proper ninja.
Right.
He's gonna put his hand on your head and ruffle your hair a bit and say, I always knew that you had the most potential out of anyone in this clan. And he's gonna
I take a step back.
He's gonna kind of look at you very oddly, and then he's gonna nod his head and walk over to the door and walk on out. Um, a couple more weeks go by, and it is your first day of classes. Um, you kind of walk on in. Where's the artwork? Here it is. You walk on in and kind of gauge around the classroom, and you see there's a couple of interesting characters. Um, but yeah, it's about time to like kind of sit down and get settled into the classroom. So
Yeah, I take a seat in the like kind of direct middle of the classroom.
yep. You sit down directly in the middle of the classroom, and you notice that this girl, who seems kind of odd to you at first, as she runs on in, and she has a pet fox sitting on her shoulder, and she runs in about 10 minutes late to the class, and she goes, "I'm so sorry, teacher," and she kind of like bows her head down to the teacher, and who kind of looks at her and goes, "You know, Ninja's not supposed to be very late." And she goes, "I know, I am very sorry." And she kind of runs around trying to find a seat, and the only available seat is open next to you. She kind of goes there and sits down, and she looks over at you and gives you a little smile and says, "Hi, I'm Miyu Takahane. Nice to meet you." And she's gonna reach her hand out.
I'm gonna shake her hand. I'm gonna be like, "Hi, I'm Shizuku Seimei. Nice to meet you."
She's gonna give you a good old smile, and then she's gonna kind of feel the glare of the teacher looking at her, and she's gonna kind of like sit up in her chair and like go back and make it look like she's writing down notes and stuff like that, but she's actually just drawing a picture of a fox.
I chuckle a little bit, and then I also go back to writing my notes.
Yeah. You guys kind of go through the class, and eventually it is like, essentially just, playtime. You get a chance to kind of run around and get out of the classroom. I forget what they called that back in like elementary school.
Playtime.
I forget what it's called in elementary school. Recess. There it is. You guys get recess. And you guys kind of go out into the recess, and you kind of walk around for a little bit, and you notice that there's this very odd kid in the playground. But everyone's running around playing ninja and all these other games. He's kind of sitting by himself in the corner of the room. Where's the art one? Yeah, here it is. He's pretty tall for his age, but he's kind of like hunched over most of the time, and he's wearing this like blue demon mask as he's kind of just sitting down. And this other big kid kind of walks over to him and goes, "Hey freak, what are you doing here?" And he's gonna start like kind of kicking his leg.
Shizuku doesn't do anything. He just sits and like, oh, they could be friends. They're just messing around. But I keep my eye on the situation.
The big kid is eventually he's gonna kind of like keep harassing this kid. Talking about like how weird his like ability is, and like his clan, how his clan's been banished to the outside of the village. And eventually he's going to throw a punch, and he's gonna hit this kid pretty much directly in the face.
Oh, I at this point I'm already next there. I like push his arm to deflect the punch so that it misses.
Can you roll a dex check for me?
Dex check. 15.
This guy throws the punch, and you just kind of hit his hand out of the way. And he's gonna kind of back up. And he's gonna take a good look at you.
Hey now, no need to get violent, alright?
Oh, what, do we have a hero here? What, are you trying to stand up for the freak? And he's gonna point over at Koji.
I'm gonna look over at him. I like your mask, and then I'm going to throw a punch at the bully.
Alright, roll a hit.
Yes, I finally hit a melee punch for once in my life.
You throw this punch and you hit this guy dead in the face and knock him directly onto his ass. This kid kind of scrambles backwards, stands up, and his nose is currently bleeding. And he's gonna look over at you and go, "How dare you! Fuck this!" And then he's gonna wave a couple of hand signs and go, "Ember Jutsu!" And he's gonna blast him.
My
Ember shot
eyes
directly in
turn
the face.
on as he says that. I reflect it right back at him.
Yep. You roll and you reflect this blast that's supposed to be going directly aimed at Koji, right back at this kid who was not expecting it. And his hair literally catches on fire as he starts rolling onto the ground, and teachers
And
run
then
over trying to assess the situation.
as they're running in, before they get over to him, I'm gonna cast a water style. I guess one-handed magnum to shoot the fire on his hair to put it out.
You make like your one hand magnum like a hose, essentially, and you kind of just like water down the kid.
Yeah, okay.
And the teacher's gonna run over and they're gonna start kind of like questioning the situation, going, "What's going on here? Why are you using ninjutsu without authorization? What is this? What's going on?" And the kid immediately starts making excuses.
Yeah, what excuses? I want to hear what he says. Come on, give me those excuses.
Okay, let me come up with something. I wasn't expecting this. He's gonna be like, "That freak called or said he was gonna eat my parents alive, and I had to defend their honor." And he's gonna point over at Koji.
Oh, he didn't say anything at all.
The teachers are gonna kind of look between the two of you, and they're gonna be like trying to figure out who's telling the truth and who's lying. And eventually, this orange hair spiky kid is gonna kind of walk over and be like, "Yeah, I saw the whole thing. If you want to take my perspective, I don't know either of these losers, but this one's definitely the one who started it." He's gonna point his hand to the bully. And the teachers are gonna kind of look at him and assess that he's sincere enough. And they're gonna be like, "All right." And they're gonna grab the bully by his collar and start like dragging him away as he's kicking and screaming.
Bye-bye. And then I'm going to turn to Koji and go, "Hey, you good?"
Yeah, I'm good. I was gonna beat his ass anyway, but I appreciate it.
Hey. Anyway, name Shizuku. Nice to meet you.
Koji, nice to meet you.
Nah, you seem like a cool guy. Why do you sit back here all the time?
My clan's not really known for the greatest things, I guess.
Yeah, but are you Koji or are you your clan, right?
Yeah, a lot of people don't differentiate it, so I just choose to separate myself so that I don't
Ain't
get
that
in
the
anyone's
truth?
way.
Ain't that the truth? Hey, you can come sit up towards in the middle with me if you want.
With
Put
all
that
the
bully back here.
that's true, but I don't know. Still a little nervous. I'll move my way up soon, maybe. We'll see about
Well, if you ever need anything, just let me know.
it. Okay, I appreciate it.
The orange hair kid's gonna walk up to you, Shizuku. He's gonna look you dead in the eyes and goes, "That's a pretty interesting ability you got there. What are you, some kind of rich kid?" He's gonna like tilt his head over at you.
Oh no, I've just been practicing. But I'm Shizuku Seimei. Nice to meet you. And I put my hand up to shake his hand.
He's gonna reach his hand out and shake your hand right back and says, "Name's Kaido Hoshigaki. Pleasure to meet you." And he's gonna look over at Koji and reach his hand out as well and goes, "Name's Kaido."
Nice to meet you, Koji.
Yeah, he's gonna shake your hand and he's gonna kind of look at you both and go, "You know, I didn't actually think anyone was gonna stand up to that kid. You guys impressed me. You two are gonna be my new rivals." And he's gonna point you guys both out.
Shizuku, you got that.
Fine. I'll be your rival.
He's gonna look you dead in the eyes with like the most serious face possible and go, "Yeah, but you better step up your game because I'm gonna be the future Mizukage."
And I'd love to see that one day. Maybe after I'm dead and gone. But You know, we'll see, right? Who knows what the future?
Kai's gonna roll his eyes at you and go, I guess we'll have to decide this on the training ground. And he's gonna reach his hand out one more time to shake your handle.
I shake his hand.
Eventually recess is over and the teachers, call everyone back into the classroom. And you notice that there's one other kid kind of leading behind the pack. They're, dressed in this like blue kimono. They're kind of looking down at their feet as they're walking, like very far behind the rest of the group.
Are they carrying a book?
No, I don't think so.
Interesting. I said okay. I just walk inside.
Yeah, you go and walk inside to the class, and you kind of go through the rest of the lecture, and you seem, just very bored with it all. Like, this is all stuff that your brother taught you when you were younger, so it's pretty much just like a review class. And they hand out like a little test at the end of the class that you pretty much ace on the spot, and it's literally just like baby stuff for you.
While the class is going, I'm doing paper origami. I'm folding them into the ninja stars that people used to fold in school.
Okay, yeah. So, are you doing anything specific with that, or are you just
No, I'm just making them because I'm bored.
Gotcha. Well, eventually the bell rings and everyone kind of gets up and leaves the classroom. The girl who walked in late with the fox on her shoulder kind of waves goodbye to you, gives you a little smile, and starts like heading out of the classroom. And eventually it's literally just you sitting down in a room, and it's once again that same kid with the blue kimono just kind of sitting in the back of the classroom, and they're just sitting down kind of like drawing something on their desk.
Vandalism is a crime.
She's gonna look up at you and go, "What? Huh? Oh, I'll just erase it. It's not a big deal." And she's gonna start like kind of erasing it. You don't know why, but you feel like a very special kind of connection with this person, as if you have something very similar going on with the two of you.
It's have you ever get this sensation that like you and someone else is going through something very similar, but like you don't know what it is, right?
She's gonna kind of look up at you and go, "You do seem to have very similar eyes as me." And you take like a kind of closer look at her eyes, and you notice that one of her eyes are somewhat normal, but the other one seems to have like a character written into it, essentially. I mean,
Oh,
like,
that's so interesting.
she's gonna kind of look right back down and just go, while I understand what you mean, I don't understand it. And she's gonna start like drawing on the desk again.
Can I see what she's drawing?
Yeah. You look to see what she's drawing, and you notice that it's this very weird looking creature, as if it was like almost a worm, but not quite. And it was completely like black shaded in with a little crown on its head.
Oh, interesting. So like, are you drawing something from like a TV show or just something that you created yourself?
She's gonna kind of look up at you and go, "It's a long story."
That's a good thing I got time.
She's gonna take a big heavy breath and just go, "My clan is not very popular in the Mist. We're known for essentially just being in control of a demon, and that's this guy who we all worship. And I'm the current bearer of him, which makes people not want to hang around me very much. So I kind of just keep to myself." And she's gonna keep shading it in.
Yeah, having a demon inside you is quite the interesting experience, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's not like anyone else will know about it.
I mean, heck, sometimes it happens to you against your will, and then people leave you, and then they leave just with a note and that says, "Yeah, I'll be back, maybe, or not."
She's gonna look at you very questionably and just go, "Sounds like you're talking from experience. Everything okay with you?"
Oh yeah, everything's fine. Have you heard of a guy named Ray?
She knows you're bullshitting. Ray, you said?
Yeah. Yeah, old friend just trying to find him, you know.
No.
Oh, okay.
He still knows you're bullshitting.
I figured I'd ask.
Who's this Ray to you?
Just a friend. You know, used to know him.
No offense, what was your name again?
Oh, Shizuku.
No offense, Shizuku. But that's a load of... She's gonna look around and make sure there's no teachers around and go, bull crap.
I don't know what you're talking about. My life is great.
She's gonna stand up after erasing the image that she just drew on the desk and go, well, it's not like I told you the whole truth either. And then she's gonna start, like, walking out.
Fine. If we make a pact right now, to both share the truth and nothing but the truth forever, and also not share our secrets, I will tell my story.
She's gonna turn around and reach her hand out to you, which you realize she drew a big black line, like, on her hand with her pencil, and reached out to you and goes, not quite a blood pact, but blood pact.
Pencil pact. And I give her the handshake.
All right. She's gonna sit right back down, and she's gonna gesture for you to talk first.
Right. Well, while we're talking, I also am actively making sure that no one's like within earshot and entering the underwear. So, I am the Ninetales Jinchuriki, apparently. Whatever that means. It wasn't fully explained to me. I was a child. And my uncle locked me to a chair for 3 hours. And then I just was in cruciating pain. And then I passed out. And then I woke up. And then my brother left me a note that said, I need to leave. I'll be back. And that was it.
That must have been very hard for you. I'm very sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah.
She's gonna kind of open up to you about the backstory and history of this so-called demon that she says, and I'm not gonna mention any of the actual details on stream, just because this character is going to be talked a little bit more about in later seasons, most likely, and so their lore will be revealed then. But she kind of goes into this depth and she tells you the full story. And you guys kind of reach this mutual understanding of each other, in which you guys have gone through very similar situations and have been put in the same, situation in life as each other.
All right, and then out of universe, for those of you watching at home and those of you playing the game with me, I know something you don't know. Ha ha.
A little child. But eventually, after this happens, she eventually leaves, and you're kind of just sitting alone in this room by yourself now, and you kind of just feel a presence there watching you from behind.
I turn around and try to see if I can see it.
Yeah, you turn around and you see this hooded figure kind of just standing behind you.
Hi, can I help you?
So, do you have anything else you want to do, or is this going to be it for today? He's going to kind of look down at his watch.
Well, I mean, school's over, and I don't have anything else planned for today.
That's not what I mean. And he's going to leave a couple of hand signs and everything goes black again, where the only thing you're going to be able to see is him.
Oh, no, it's fine.
He's gonna reach into you, and he's going to grab your heart straight from your chest and kind of pull it out. And in front of him is going to appear a scale. He's going to put your heart directly weighed on one of the scales and put a feather down on the other and goes, I guess we'll see where you land. And the scales go back and forth for a little bit, but they eventually equal out. And he's gonna kind of give you a smile. You can't really see his face, but you feel as if this man's happy. And he goes, a good soul indeed. And then he's gonna weave a couple of more hand signs, and you appear directly in front of these big golden gates. The man's gonna look at you, and he's gonna say, "Are you ready?"
I look over to the left, and I just to see what I see. And
Over to the left is a little mirror in which, when you look at it, you are able to see into the world.
And I'm gonna look to see what I see.
You look into the mirror and you see Miyu. And you see this fast-paced kind of trail about a life that you guys could have had. You guys, after a couple of years of working at Shinobi, you guys eventually get engaged and get married. You had 2 kids, and you guys kind of, die on the same day in your 80s as you guys are sleeping next to each other.
That would have been nice.
He's gonna kind of walk over to you and go, you had something stolen from you, which is very unfortunate, but there's nothing you can do about it. Are you ready to go?
I am.
He's gonna reach his hand out to you.
I'm gonna take his hand.
You take his hand, and he's gonna lead you inside of the big pearly gates as you say goodbye to the world that you left behind. And that is going to end our session for today.
Big salute for Shizuku, ladies and gentlemen.
Goodbye for our boy. As you guys cannot see Frank, but he just gave a salute as well. Koji also just gave a salute. He's crying a little bit. If you guys want to, thank you guys for coming out today. We're gonna be starting out. We're gonna be starting up next Saturday with our next stream, where we're gonna be going into the mist ball combat, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you guys will I hope you guys will give Shizuku a good salute as he passes between this life and the next. And we will see where our lovely heroes go and our story goes.
We know where Shizuku's going.
Poe, I don't know if you said this to this, but oh, you did. You did say this to this. Okay, my chat just refreshed. Yeah, I don't know. Say your byes to Shizuku. It's your last chance.
Not sure if I should mention this on the stream where a character just died, but we did get a new follower. Do you want to shout him out?
Yay!
Yeah, shout him out.
Yeah, go for it.
The new follower, bro.
Shout
Shout
out
out.
to that nerdy Clark. Thank you for bringing us up one more follower. And we'll see you guys.
See, we lost Shizuku, but we gained a Clark.
Exactly.
Everything is right in the middle.
That's
Everything is amazing.
I will sacrifice a million Shizukus
Clark,
to
you're
gain a
worth
million
it.
Clark. Or one Clark. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.